Hi guys, it's Adrienne and my neck hurts. I don't know what I did exercising this morning. I got one of those little tweaks in my neck. I hate that. Anyway, I have a really quick tip for you this week, but even though it's quick, it is super valuable, and it's one that I haven't heard very many places. In fact, the only place that I've heard this tip is from one of my other teachers at Performance High. This is a really helpful one, and it helped one of my students bridge her break, her main break between her chest and head register, in a single try. So check this out. Let's talk about the concept of placement, meaning where you send your voice before it comes out your face. All right, so we're going to use my hand to represent the roof of your mouth. The front of your mouth, where your teeth are, this end, that's this end where my fingers end. The back of the roof of your mouth is the palm of my hand, back here. Okay, so we're looking at your head sideways. Now you can send your voice to hit the roof of your mouth in various places before it comes out. This is the way I like to think about it. You send your voice somewhere and it bounces out the front, because you never want it to just hit the back of the roof of your mouth and stay there, or go into the back of your throat and stay there, because then you get that swallowed fake classical sound, you know, like ooh, something like that. That's a really swallowed woofy sound where you're sending your voice back but not letting it bounce out. Okay, so the concept is you have control over where you're going to send your voice before it comes out your face. Okay, so what we're going to do first is just play with awareness of this concept. This is a new thing for most people, sending their voice someplace inside their mouth before it actually comes out your face. So pick a note that works for you. You might pick this, you might pick that, you might pick that. You can pick other notes. Just giving you some options. Those were all A, by the way. And I want you to sing it on an ooh a few different ways. First, I want you to think about sending your voice way far back to the back of your throat. You've probably gotten some advice on this from teachers who are helping you sing high notes. So, ooh, I'm thinking about sending my voice kind of to the soft palate area, the back of the roof of the mouth. Or for guys, you can do a lower note. Whatever note, doesn't matter. I just want you to feel that. Did you try it out? Really far back? Okay. If you did, then let's go ahead. Now try sending your voice forward. So pick the same note. I'm going to sing on this one. And think about sending your voice to hit right above your front top teeth. So it's going to hit the front of the roof of your mouth. Just imagine it. Just try it. So, or maybe down here. Or for guys, a lower note. Or any other note you want. It doesn't really matter. Okay? Give that a try on whatever note you like. Hope you did it. Now let's just move it around. So pick the same note or a different note, and we're going to sing and move the placement. Okay, so I'm going to do the same note I've been doing before, this A, and I'm going to just move the placement back to front gradually along the roof of my mouth, just to kind of feel what that's like. So you're going to do this too after me, but first, here's what it would sound like. Something like this. Okay, I want you to give that a try and just see if you can get an idea of what this means to place your voice along the roof of your mouth. Okay, give that a try. Now, here's how this is a useful concept. High notes, back. Low notes, forward. Middle notes, in the middle. All right? So, higher pitches are going to be aimed farther to the back of your mouth, and lower pitches are going to be aimed further to the front of your mouth. Middle pitches will be in the middle. In every pitch has its place. For women, the A that I was singing, the A that I was singing right here is ideally placed straight up to the middle of the roof of your mouth. The highest point inside the roof of your mouth. Woo! That's where it feels most balanced, where it works the best. And then once we get up to D and E flat for women, we're hitting the back of the roof of the mouth, about where the soft palate meets the hard palate. All right, I'm going to actually move us off of that A, because for women that A is right in the middle and I want to go from something low to something high. So we are going to move up to D. Okay? So here we go. I'm going to go from this high D to this low D, from the back of the roof of my mouth to the front of the roof of my mouth. And here's what it sounds like. I'm going to turn sideways so I can kind of point where I'm aiming my voice while I go. Or on a different vowel, let's try an ah. So we're going to go from one of the most closed vowels to one of the most open vowels. So now it's your turn to give it a try. Women, this is probably a good range for you to work with unless you're uncomfortable with how high this D is. If you're uncomfortable with how high that is, then don't go any higher than a B flat. All right, men, you probably have a wider range to cover. If you are comfortable in your head voice, you might start as high as a G or maybe even an A. Basses, you're not going to be that high. You might be F or so. Or if you're not comfortable up there yet, you might start still at, on a note that's in a comfortable but high chest voice range, maybe an A or a B, and just slide down an octave. All right, I'm not going to give you any more. You can just take whatever pitch you think that you want to play with and start on the back high and go forward low. A lot of these tips are kind of strange, but this one kind of works wonders. It's pretty amazing how well this works. I would recommend starting on oo or e and then moving through gradually more open vowels until you get to ah, because ah is probably going to be the hardest one for most people. All right, if you have any questions, post them below, and please let me know what you'd like me to cover. If you have any questions, vocal challenges, things you want to know about the voice, please subscribe to this channel, like this video, share it, and check us out at naileverynote.com. All right, have a good week. I'll see you later.